Hello YouTube and welcome back to Outsiders. My name's Sean Connors and welcome back to my mailbag programme. Obviously been getting a lot of responses, a lot of people have been sending in their emails, or sorry I should rephrase, sending their messages to us via the YouTube site. You can just do it as a personal message. Please feel free to send your questions through. I'm going to try and cover off some more in this mailbag programme. I'm still going to be doing DM's tips and of course I'm still going to be doing reviews, but as this seems to have taken off, I think I've got to keep going and just see where this leads us. It's been very interesting so far and certainly the responses have been fantastic. So without further ado, let's get cracking on the mailbag programme. First thing I'm going to show you is somebody asked me a question actually. It's a two-part question, which is how do you keep track in a standard game of D&D, initiatives, time for spells when they run out, etc., when they start, when they finish, all that sort of thing. How do you do that? Well, for me personally, what I do is I use a combat tracker. This is one here. You'll notice that along the top here there is a round, so obviously I can just use a counter and tick along the rounds. I can write on the effects and when they run out, so obviously when the round counter gets to there, that's when that particular effect will run out. I've got the players' initiatives running down this side, and obviously over 25 all the way down to below 0 or below. I can slot in the enemy's initiatives. Also I can know by shifting them whether they're readying or delaying. It's a wonderful little thing, magnetised, very, very simple little thing. You pick this up from Pathfinder, a lot of game shops stock them, make your own actually. Of course pen and paper can do it, but this just makes life so much easier. You can rub things out, put names on, etc. Very, very easy. Durable, everything about it just rubs out, and that's the reason I use it. Absolutely beautiful, so I hope you can see that there. That's the first part. Second part to the question is, I also did some time ago actually what I call condition cards. So if a player has a particular condition, I can just give him a card, slide it across, in this case sickened or stunned or whatever, and he knows on the card what the effect is without having to look at his book or know. So it's a bit like it does exactly what it says in the tin. Obviously I have multiple of these in case the condition is going to affect more than one player, but very, very simple thing. Again, I believe these are readily available from most, I think RPG, Drive-Through RPG is one site where you can pick up these sort of cards fairly cheap. I think dollars wise it's probably about $3, UK wise it's probably about a couple of quid max. I find them excellent, to be honest with you, but these are my own ones, and that's how you take care of that problem. Quite a few of you asked that, and now I'm going to come on to a couple of letters. So the first letter I'd like to go through is this one here from Nedjura, or Dennis. He says, how do you find Pathfinder compared to D&D 3.5 with regards to flavour? To me, Pathfinder has a considerably higher magic flavour than D&D, mostly due to the powers and abilities of the classes. What do you think? Well, Dennis, Nedjura, I would agree with you. I mean, very simply put, I do think that when you scale up the editions over a period of time, there's no question that certainly games are becoming a lot more flavour in magic, without a shadow of a doubt. Am I concerned about that? No, not really. I've always had high magical games, high magical worlds. I love the spells, I love the magical items. I've always thought that traditional D&D does it best. As you know, I have a love affair with D&D, so I loved all the early stuff, first edition. Wasn't so keen on second, it was a bit of a patchwork quilt. Third edition era came along, that's 3.5, loved it. Fourth edition came along, had a look at that, played it for about a year, did not enjoy it at all. And then of course we've got Pathfinder, which has continued the tradition, thank God. Yeah, it is definitely more flavourful, and as you'll begin to see in my series of programmes which I'm running on the classes, yeah, really illustrates your point very well. Definitely does. I'm not concerned about it in the slightest though, but you are right, definitely the magical flavour has definitely gone up again. So no doubt about that. The gem of the questions for this particular mailbag programme is as follows. This is from number one gamer Ash for short. This is his problem. He doesn't understand. Whenever he throws at his guys at the moment, they sort of take it in their stride. They shrug it off as no real challenge, and he describes himself not really as a heavy-handed. He's no light-handed DM, but he thinks he's very fair but firm. He wants to challenge them. But wants to do it in a way where the players don't feel shafted. He's recently got back into gaming after about a year's break. Currently his group is in a situation where they've left a current planet, have coordinates to the next place. They're looking for a relic that is meant to be some sort of key to a jail. It's a prison planet full of scum and gangs, and I think this is where I can unleash my terror, shall we say. So that's where I am, powerful players, and I want to keep the storyline really full of life and give them some really tough challenges. What do I do? This is an awesome question, but I think actually the answer is in the writing of it, to be honest with you, Ash. This is what I would do if I'm being honest. I think there's a bit for you in this, and certainly from your story is excellent. Think about the backstory to where this game has come from. So the first thing is there anybody in their backstory that they've had a run-in with who got away, or maybe who's been behind the scenes, and now's an opportunity for you to bring them out into the front. All this, these leads, etc., to this planet, finding this relic, getting this key and going to this prison planet, it's a setup. It's a setup to capture the group. That's what I would do. I'd let them get in there and then turn the tables, have them absolutely outnumbered, outgunned, no matter what they can do, make it hopeless, make them realise there's nothing they could do. Then let the person who's organised the trap step forward, monologue it, classic monologue, knew you would come, you fell for it, fantastic. Now you shall pay, sort of thing. And then what you do is, when you separate the group, the characters, interrogate them. Really turn that into a role-play game. Yeah, really interrogate them. Try to twist them. Do it like a lawyer would. Really set them up. So, take one character out of the room, have a few minutes with him. Just generally chat about his character, tell his character what he can see. Then let him go back in. Then take the other character out, and then talk to him about what the other character has actually said that he's done. Really lead it on. Really use double bluff. Play the paranoia on both of them. Try to get them twisted. I think that's what you're looking for. Now, where you've got to go with your story to make it really exciting and really give them a chance is, don't give them a chance to get back all their stuff. Don't give them any chances to do that. That's just unrealistic. But give them a chance to escape and start over. They want a challenge. They're shrugging off your games. Now's your time to make it fun for them. Give them an opportunity once they've been interrogated. Probably bring them back together. Give them an opportunity for whatever reason to maybe escape their confinement. Try to put the pressure on them to get away as fast as possible. I would have them on board. I would quickly get them out of this prison and have them on board. Have that feeling from the start. I'm ad-libbing as I go along here. Have them, when they awake, make it feel as if a passage of time has gone by. So when they've been captured at the very beginning of this, have them knocked out. Make it feel as if a passage of time has gone by. And they know as soon as they come to, even before they're interrogated, they're clearly moving. So they're on board some ship in deep space, probably. And when they get out of their escape, they've got to realise very quickly that they're trying to escape, get to some sort of escape craft, and get out of there. And then only then they won't know where they are. They'll only have rough coordinates. It'll be an excellent game. But when they're escaping, you've got to make it as much fun as possible. The alerts go off when they get to the escape craft and get off. It'd be really good fun, sort of a la Star Wars. That they're chased by 2 or 3 smaller craft trying to get them before they make their jump to warp or whatever you're going to be doing in your game. I'm assuming it's Dark Heresy or something. Have that bit of fun in there. Don't fudge it, of course, make it tough for them, but if they do get away from that situation, then they foiled the plans of whoever's behind it. But that'll leave them really thinking, wow, even though they'll have really been hurt from what's happened, they'll see it as a story that was actually quite fair. They were set up, they fell for it, they went in deep, hook, line and sinker. They didn't see it coming. Hopefully that's the way I would sort of twist it. Obviously you put your spin on it, Ash, but that's where I would go. Anyway, this has been my 3rd mailbag programme in the RPG series. Please keep your questions coming. Until the next time, take care of yourselves. Happy gaming.